Hi everyone, welcome to Handicrafts A to Z channel, and in today's tutorial we're gonna make the combined 8 markup division for the Temari. This is used for patterns like this or like this, and at the end of this tutorial I'm gonna have the bow like that later on we'll be using for the embroidery. To start with, you make the simple 8 division from the previous tutorial and we shall get started. Okay, so in the previous tutorial we made the simple 8 division for the Temari, and in today's lesson I'm gonna show you how to make the combined 8 markup. And in the last tutorial we left that we have the startup pin. I do it slightly different that people recommend on most of the sites. Is the main thing is that I prefer to have the markup pins on the equator so that I know that what's gonna happen on my equator when I do the markup, and it's very visible. So what I do, this is the start pin. I go over one of the poles, and on the back side of the equator I place the pin. Same thing here, I skip one, skip the even, and in the odd one I add up the green markup. Never mind my fingers. I had the renovation here at the greenhouse with lots of the colored silica gel in use. So again, go over the pole to the equator. Now we have 2 pins at each side. This will be the centers of our combination markup. So that will be like 6 poles, north, south, and 4 over the equator. So using the paper strip on the first, since we already have the 1/8 markup on the paper strip, we don't need to do anything else. But over here on one side you can use any other color, but I prefer the orange and yellow. From the north pole I use the orange color, from the south I use yellow, and I switch to the green. And again, north orange, south green, south yellow, again orange, yellow, and the last markup again orange and yellow. Now if you look at the poles, from one side you will see the orange markups, and from the south you will see the yellow. Now we get the thread for the markup. I use this is about 5 wraps of the Mari, because I don't like the cutting on 2 and then cutting another 2. So what I do, from this red point I wrap to the orange, then to the red, to the green, to the yellow. So it goes in diagonal, and to the red markup. So far I just wrap around the pin and I turn around and I perform exactly the same thing on the other side. So always remember that we start from the meridian marked, and we go to the meridian marked and to the equator. Over here I secure the threads, and over the yellow. Now you can see we already have another pole here with the 8 markup, and we secure it. Now we move back to the green one. Unfortunately, our shops do not offer big tapestry needles, so I have to do it in small pieces. And again, this isn't very difficult comparing to the combination 10. Now we go over the red, over the orange one, North Pole, green, yellow, green. Turn around, yellow, maybe just this way, green, stitch the pole, orange and green. As you can see, I think I need another needle, another thread. Just make sure the threads are touching the markup pins. Fix the thread inside the Temari. Or maybe the fourth one. When you do this, you do the zigzags. So even if someone pulls the markup line, it still will be secured inside. Now, what we need to do, the last step for this markup, is we have secured the poles of the squares, but we haven't done it for the other markups, the cross intersections, like the triangles. And this is what we're gonna do now. Yes, my accent jumps from Russian to Scottish to something else. Okay, so we got all our pins. This is our North Pole, South Pole, and the markups on the equator. But we also have the intersections here. As you can see, they're big triangles, and we have 4 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each hemisphere. So in total we have 8 triangles, like big ones. And we also have the diamonds, but actually diamonds are not as fragile, I would say, as the triangles, because their centers are easy to move. As you can see, if we move our meridian, the center of the triangle will be moved as well. So what we need to do is to make sure that all the threads are lined up, and we need to, just as we stitch the centers of the squares, we need to do as well the centers of triangles. See, that doesn't fit, it goes out of the needle. And what we do is just grab and sew at one point, just like this, from one side to another, very close to the center meridian, and switch to the next one. This, and here get all our meridians right at the same point, and fix it too, and to the next one. So that's how we go all around the Mari, and we need to secure all this 8 triangle centers. That would be the 4th one on this pole. So this one is secured, all 4. That would be the corners of our square. And now we can move to the other side, to the south pole. And there it is. There's another triangle here. If you're not sure how to do it, don't worry, don't start straight away. Just take your time, roll the Mari around, just get familiar with the shapes. There's diamonds, triangles, and squares. There's also other figures that can be found here, and there will be another tutorial on that, how to find all the shapes in this markup, because there will be lots of Mari that use the division into 4 triangles like this. As you can see, instead of 4 centers here, 6 centers here, we have 6 squares, or 3 or 4 big triangles, and I'll show you how to find these in another tutorial. So another one here. The last one, I guess. Yeah, that would be the last one. And now I can hide the thread and cut it out, cut it off. This is how you hide the points where you got the needle in. Just scrub it and it will cover the hole from the thread. So that's it. This was very easy, very simple. And as a result, we have the combined 8 division done for the next tutorials. So stay tuned for more videos. Bye!